Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, is introducing her idea to set up a commission to discuss removing the President of the United States on grounds of medical incapacity. She has a barrage of experts lined up for this. Oh, Oracle. Isn't that nice? If we take this in context, first, when President Trump won the 2016 presidential election legally and fairly, the Democrats came up with a number of angles. They asked Hollywood celebrities, their celebrity friends, cut commercials begging the electors to violate the law and not do their job and nominate Donald Trump as the winner of the election. So those are clearly sore losers. For 3 years, Democrats in Congress claimed that President Donald Trump was a Russian agent working directly for Russia President Vladimir Putin. After failing to prove this, even with a complete stacked commission of Democrat lawyers, last year Democrats switched to their next angle. They tried to remove the President of the United States from power based on the notion that he was colluding with the President of the Ukraine, and Trump did this collusion on an official presidential phone call with the entire State Department listening in. So that was quite a feat to impeach the president over a phone call where he knew the entire State Department was listening to the phone call, and yet Trump was somehow trying to secretly engage in treason against the United States. So that failed also. Trump is still president. And now the Democratic Party has switched to their latest gambit. They're going to attempt to use Amendment 25 to remove the president on medical grounds. Now, just based on this track record of using every trick and every scheme they possibly could, trying to remove Trump from office, this would negate their current angle as being legitimate. If you have tried to remove the president from office for 4 years, you're essentially saying that you reject the will of the voters. This is an attack on the people who voted for President Trump in 2016. So it's an attack on us, the people of the United States, when Democrats attempt to subvert the law to achieve their political ends. Let's go back to the last time that Democrats attempted to overturn the results of an election. Abraham Lincoln won re-election during the Civil War. A small group of Democrat activists objected to President Lincoln winning the Civil War and winning re-election. These Democrats schemed to murder President Abraham Lincoln. They succeeded in this murder because they objected to the re-election of Abraham Lincoln. They sought to overturn the will of the voters who voted for the new president. Now, these conspirators were eventually rounded up, and they were charged with our nation's highest, most punitive law. They were charged with high treason and hanged for the crime of high treason. This is the punishment of attempted insurrection against the legal government of the United States. Now, today's Democrats have an identical track record. They've used one trick after another attempting to remove Donald Trump from office. Today, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi unveiled her latest trick. Now, you could analyze this from a political angle. You could say, well, this clearly shows the Speaker of the House of Representatives has zero confidence in Kamala Harris and Joe Biden in being able to actually win the 2020 presidential campaign. This is her endorsement of Donald Trump winning the election. If she thinks she needs to use tricks and schemes to remove Trump from office before the election even takes place. I'll leave that political angle to other people, because to me this is high treason. This has been a repeated attempt by modern Democratic Party officials to duplicate what was done to Abraham Lincoln. Then Democrats objected to the legal winner of the American election, and they took illegal means to remove the president that they did not favor. Those Democrats were found guilty and hanged for treason for this crime against the sitting president and the crime against the American people for going outside of our Constitution to achieve their political aims. It is my contention that the efforts by the modern Democratic Party are identical in attempting to remove President Donald Trump. They're identical to what Democrats did in 1865. They're very lucky that Donald Trump is president, because if I were president, every Democrat official that participated in Russian collusion and Ukraine collusion, and now this Amendment 25, would share the fate of Lincoln's assassins. Thank you.